The sea, once it casts its spell, holds one in its net of wonder forever. Jacques Cousteau. Cousteau's quote embraces my and many folks' connection with the ocean. I constantly wonder about the next chance I get to jump in. But as a California Department of Fish and Wildlife fisheries biologist and an avid angler and spearfisherman, I often find myself stuck between two communities who can hold drastically opposing views on how the ocean and marine resources should be managed. At the heart of the disagreements between marine biologists and the fishing community is the implementation and enforcement of marine protected areas, or MPAs. MPAs are designated coastal or ocean regions managed by state or federal agencies for the long-term conservation of natural resources, ecosystems, and cultural heritage. They are designed to protect marine life, biodiversity, and habitats from threats, and they often restrict activities such as fishing or any form of take, such as collecting shells, invertebrates, or disturbing wildlife. Now, it's important to note that there are many types of MPAs, each with varying levels of restriction. But for this video, we will be focused on no-take MPAs, since that's where a lot of the contention lies. No-take MPAs are the most restrictive type, and they prohibit the take of any natural or cultural resources. Because I work in California and recreate in California, this video will focus on Southern California MPAs. In total, California has 124 MPAs, 59 of which are fully protected no-take. I hope to use this and future videos to show the fishing community how beautiful and effective MPAs are without using data and scientific jargon. Now, there's plenty of data to show the effectiveness of MPAs. The most commonly cited benefit is that they are a refuge for adult and juvenile marine species, including fish and mammals, and they allow for the replenishment of fish stocks that can then emigrate into nearby fishable waters. Now, many of my fishing friends have never stepped foot into the ocean or care to, and they rarely ever think of the amazing world right beneath the surface. Many are justifiably scared of the ocean, but with my videos, I hope to add a lens of beauty to the resource they extract from. Let's follow the California sheephead as we explore the benefits of no-take MPAs from a fish's perspective. In these videos, there are some large male sheephead I stumbled upon while scuba diving and free diving in no-take MPAs in Southern California. In both cases, I got within a few feet of them or a meter of them without them showing much stress. And this actually makes sense. Many studies and personal experience have shown me that fish in MPAs are less scared of humans. And this is due to a lack of recent or historic exploitation due to the implementation of MPAs. Many times fish such as sheephead, calico bass, and many other species will actually swim right up to me in these no-take MPAs. In contrast, when I'm spearfishing in popular non-protected areas, I tend to encounter less big fish in general, and the ones I do encounter start fleeing from farther away than do fish in no-take MPAs. In other words, due to a history of exploitation, these fish live in a landscape of fear. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, because humans have been spearfishing for millennia. But I've also noticed significant differences in habitat between open and protected areas. One of the most eye-opening dives I did was spearfishing the Coronado Islands in Mexico waters. Climate change, coupled with overharvesting of key predators such as California sheephead, have led to the proliferation of sea urchins and thus the loss of kelp and algae around the islands. In the video above, you can tell the rocks are just covered with sea urchins. Although this was just a short video, I hope that with my future videos and outreach with California Department of Fish and Wildlife, I can help amend the relationship between marine biologists and the fishing community by finding common ground. This common ground is our love of the ocean and what it provides. I hope that showing the beauty of MPAs in the entire ocean will also inspire those of us who extract from the ocean to find ways to restore or give back to it. Thank you.